Khaled once said, "Positivity, confidence, and persistence are key in life, so never give up on yourself." I have gone through some extreme tough times in the most recent part of my life. I was born in Yemen. Yep, way over in the Middle East. The people are extremely nice and the view from the mountains are beautiful. However, in 2014, all of that went downhill because the civil war started in Yemen. People started killing their own people for food and money. I saw a lot of messed up things that I would never wish upon anyone, like young kids dying, friends dying due to the war. And to make things worse, the rebel that tried to take over Yemen started kidnapping kids from the street and schools to force them to fight in the war. Anyone who didn't listen to the rebels would be killed, and it didn't matter to the rebels who they killed. My parents didn't want me to end up fighting in the war, killing innocent people who don't deserve to die, innocent people who would get shot for no reason, and some people would even be shot for walking outside. So the country was unsafe to even walk around. The rebels would even break into houses and claim it was their house. So no matter where you weren't safe. My dad taught me how to shoot a gun just in case something like that happens. But after my parents noticed that the country was getting worse and worse every day, my parents decided to send me to Paris. That was the only visa I had left in my passport that was still valid. It took my parents 4 months to be able to send me and my sister out of the country. Since my sister was born in the United States, she had the American passport, so it was obvious that my parents would send her to the United States. I, on the other hand, was sent to live with my uncle. I had to go to school where I didn't speak any French. I was sent to a school that only taught French, math, English, and PE. I joined the school during second semester with a bunch of people who spoke French, and all I knew was hello and goodbye. At first, the French teacher seemed like she didn't really care about the students. The way the teacher talked to me seemed a bit rude, but I thought I was over-exaggerating. A few weeks passed by, and I started noticing that the teacher would always yell at me and try to humiliate me in front of everyone. No matter how small of a mistake I made, like misspell a word, she would make a big deal out of it. I was being bullied by my own teacher. The other teachers loved me, but she definitely didn't. After a few months, I got tired of my French teacher always picking on me, trying to humiliate me, so I started talking back to her. Of course, that got her mad. So she started trying to get me kicked out of the school, since she knew that if you don't work hard at that school, you get kicked out. Unfortunately for her, my other teachers supported me instead of her, telling the principal that I was actually a hardworking student and that I always got an A or a B on my test. To my surprise, all of my classmates were on my side as well. They told the principal all the things she did and she was soon fired. My troubles ended with her, but I was still struggling in life in general. I was extremely depressed because I always got calls from my mom, in which she would tell me how bad the country got and how I might never see her again. The Civil War got a lot worse, but throughout all those hard times, I never gave up. Every time I thought that I was heartbroken, knowing I might never see my mom again, I put my hand on my chest and felt every heartbeat, knowing that my heart isn't broken, but that it's fighting for me. Throughout all the hard times, I would push myself to never give up. Luckily, after 2 years in Paris, I got a call from my mom, and she told me that I was going to be sent to America, but we had to stop in Djibouti. We stayed there for 1 month to get our paperwork done to move to America. After that 1 month we moved to America. Moving here was hard because we had to start our life from scratch. I had to start all over again. I had no friends. The only thing that was easy was we had a place to stay because my aunt was already living in Colorado. My family struggled at first because they didn't have a job. They ran low on money because they spent a lot of money to move over to America. Throughout all my struggles, I'm here at Brady getting ready to graduate, and I'm going to live an awesome life. My advice to you would be to never give up, no matter what life throws at you or how hard life can become. If you reach a point where you think your heart is broken and you can't continue fighting, I want you to put your hand on your chest and feel your heartbeat. You're not broken, your heart is fighting for you, so don't give up.